Today we have Wurkkos HD02. It's a very different kind of beast. It has a maximum brightness of 3200 lumens, beam distance of 330 meters. It comes with green laser and UV. So it has a STF 70.2 emitter, which is between 6000 to 6500 Kelvin. So I guess this and Wurkkos TS28, they use the same emitter. We will take a look. All right, so let's unbox this. So HD02 from Wurkkos is a very different flashlight, and it solves a lot of different problems together. And I must say, this is one hell of a beast. It is slightly larger than what we have from Loop Gear. So Loop Gear SK05 Pro, it is slightly larger than that, and it is completely different beast. And you have the specification over here. So it is IPX6 water and dust resistant and 1 meter of drop resistant. So it only has special mode as strobe mode. We don't have SOS or beacon mode. So this comes with the new branding. So let me quickly grab TS23. So this was the previous branding. Now they have updated the branding to this, which is neat. So it was not that bad, but this new branding looks better. All right, so let's go ahead and quickly unbox this. Bear with me. Wurkkos packaging is pretty simple, but yet it is very interesting. Okay, so they do provide this pull tab so that you can bring out the entire thing. So let's go back. So it says that we do have a insulator which we have to remove. So we get the user manual. So please do take a look, because this has a lot of functions and it is going to be difficult if you don't take a look. So in different language we have everything mentioned. So let's turn it into the English one. Yes. So we have low, medium, high, strobe, and the maximum brightness is 3200 lumens. So it comes with a 21700 cell, which is 5000 milliampere. All right, so we will keep this aside. I am very excited to see this. So let's quickly unbox and see what we get. So we have a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. Then we have the lanyard, and yes, there are two O-rings which is provided, which is good. Okay, so let's take this out. Okay. Whoa, that feels premium. Really premium. The machining on this is really good. So you have a clip, but it's not deep carry. So this head is going to stick out if you put it in your pocket. We have a USB-C charging port, and we have the selector dial, and these are the two wings which I was talking about. If you open this, it will have the lantern mode, so you can keep it like this. So it has a cool white to warm white color tone, and you have the inscribe of. So this floodlight has 300 lumens of max brightness, and it says how you can change the intensity of the light. Along with that, how you can change the color. So long press, you can change the brightness level, and click and long press will change the color temperature. All right, so let's look into the emitter. So this also has that UV coating on this particular lens. So this is the SFT 70.2. Yes, this is the same SFT 70.2. So let's quickly see what we get. So you can see this is TS28. They both use the same emitter. It's looking slightly smaller on the TS28 because it has a depth to this particular reflector. So that's the reason it is not as close as we see on the HD2, right? So we do have a thread. So there is a small combo you can buy from their website, and I will add that link to so that you can get that combo. Let me grab that. So this is the stand, and it made sense to grab this also along with HD2, because you can use this to prop it up and use this as a lantern. So I will show you how to do that, and I will add the link in the description. So if you choose to buy, you can directly click on that link and get yourself this particular flashlight, which is HD03, and you can also pick up this combo, right? So let's remove the protective film, and this is something which I want to tell you one more time. The machining is so well that I'm unscrewing this and it feels so smooth, though there's no squeaking or any kind of sound. And this tail cap is also magnetic. That's the reason this is able to pull up the battery. Here is the insulator, so let me keep it aside. So this is the same 21700 lithium ion battery, which has 5000 milliamp hour capacity. It's also a flat top, and this is the tail cap, which is really high quality. You can see the inside. Also, let's see. Yes, we do have the spring inside. So this is good because in case you drop the flashlight, it's not going to directly hit the driver and damage the board. So you can see there's a little uh, intake. It can take the bounce and it's not going to damage the driver. So let's put it back. You have the O-ring here, and a little bit of grease is already applied, which is really good from Wurkkos side that they do pre-apply. So let's see if I turn it all the way in, does it blink? Okay, it doesn't blink, no worries. All right, so let's start with the UI. So we have a laser, we have the spot, and then we have the this is the UV on the left, and this is how you select. So you can make a selection before you turn on the flashlight. So, and this is how the wing looks. So the moment you open it, it starts, it powers on. If I press and hold, it changes the brightness. I think this is the lowest. Press and hold, it's going bright, and that's 300 lumen. There's a small blink at each range. So top brightness and low brightness will have a small blink to let you know that you have reached the end of the ramping. Press and hold. That's pretty bright. Let me switch off the lights and show you. So right now this is in cool white. Click and press and hold. This will change. Okay. Click and press and hold. This will change the color temperature. So you can see. Let me show you this way without blinding you. So this is right now the warm tone. Press and hold. Now it is changing the color temperature to cool white. So you can stop in between to give you natural white. So this is the lowest brightness, and this is the highest brightness. and you saw that small blink, right? So that indicates that you have reached the end of either high or low. And the cool part is you don't have to use this particular switch. So the moment you bring this towards the end, this will switch off. Similarly for this, so basically there's a magnetic hall sensor which allows you to do that. So let me lower the brightness so that I can show you, and let's get the light back. Okay, so right now let me ramp it a little bit. Yes, so this has a magnetic tail, right? If I bring this, you can see it shuts off, and you can see the moment I remove the magnet, it ramps very gently. It's not that it turns on immediately. It is a small ramping. I really like this, and I should say that Wurkkos has really gone way out of the script and brought this flashlight. And it's not small. You can say that it's pretty large, but initially I had my doubts, but after seeing all the information on their website, I was pretty convinced that I should have one of these, and I'm really happy that I did. I should say that Wurkkos has a fantastic uh, shipping partner. They get it delivered within 10 to 12 days maximum, so which is amazing. So yeah, now as I was mentioning that it's better to get this combo. So let me get the camera slightly up. So this combo will allow you to use this as a lantern. So consider that you are camping or outside, so you can put this on your desk, on your table, and then pull out this, and it is fantastic. It looks something out of the sci-fi movie, right? It looks, there's a robot standing and these are the two arms, but you can call me crazy, but I'm extremely intrigued by all these things. I'm sorry, I was just diverging. So let me get this off. And this is this pretty well made, though this is made out of plastic. But I don't think it's going to go bad. The quality is decent. So you can articulate this head. There's a bald head, so you can articulate this the way you want. Also, you can attach something else to this also. So I guess there's a height adjustment. Let me see. And if you bring this out, yes, so you can actually adjust the height of it. And I'm not sure what's the length, so let's see. So the maximum height is around 9 inches, not bad. And when it's the smallest, it is around 6 inches high. So pretty nice, pretty nice. So I would like to have this around with me when I'm carrying this, because of the side lights what they provide. And to be honest, uh, this feature is really cool. And the machining, the finish is so nice that there's a proper resistance, and it is not that uh, it feels easy and loose. There's a proper resistance when you open this, and similarly when you close this. And also this has a small ball here which locks into the place, and that click is very satisfying. Similarly for this, there's a small ball which will slot in here. Let me see, let me switch it off. Yes, so there's a small slot and it goes and slots in there. It is really well made. I wish Wurkkos didn't put all the instruction here. If it was completely clean, it could have looked much better. Probably one side was fine, otherwise I think if we put everything on the instruction manual, which I'm pretty sure they have mentioned everything, that would have been nice. It would have increased its beauty, the machining. I really like it. All right, so let's quickly go through the UI. So right now it is off and it is on the spot. spot beam. So press and hold. So let me see, press and hold, it starts in lowest mode. Press and hold, it ramps up the brightness. It doesn't have a step ramping, so it is a smooth ramping, and it is pretty bright. It's probably 6 inches away from my hand, and I can already feel the heat in my palm. So press and hold, it goes down. I think there's a small blink. There's a quick blink when you reach the top. Yes. And similarly, if you press and hold, for the lowest, I don't see any quick blink, but for the maximum brightness, it does have a quick blink. Here you go. So let's go back to the lowest. Double tap, direct access to turbo. Single tap will go back to whatever brightness you were in. So let's put it to medium. Double tap, turbo, single tap to medium. Let's see if it has memory. Switch it off, switch it back on. Yes, it goes to medium. So this has memory function. So let me put it down to lowest mode, and let's see if the side light also has memory. So right now it is probably around the mid brightness. So switch it off, switch it on. Yes, and I like it. It has a really soft push that it doesn't immediately turn on, right? It has a small push towards the brightness you have selected. So let's ramp it up, switch it off, switch it on. It goes to the same brightness. So the side light also has the same memory function. So was it okay? So if you have noticed, right now I was on the spotlight, and then I immediately opened the side lights. Damn, this looks like a plane now, some sort of fighter jet. Sorry, I'm diverging. So right now I was on spot beam, but then I opened the side beam. So if right now, this is what I noticed. If I close this, it goes back to the spot beam, because I did not switch off the spot beam and then open it. So it remembers that option also. That's nice. That's really nice. Now move to green laser. So this doesn't have any brightness control, so it's pure on and off, and it looks really nice. It looks really nice. And the best part is all these are under the same lens. It's not, this might look like it's protruding or outside this shield, but it's not. It's actually under the lens. And this also has the same UV coated lens. So what I mean is, you can see this is clear, right? There's no purple hue, which is a normal glass, but this looks like that it has a UV coat on this, similar to what we saw in TS28, and in TS23 also we don't have it. So it's a clear glass, but the glass quality is really good, I must say that. So you can see there's a purple hue. So I think this is a UV coating done on the glass. Alright, so let's see the SFT 70.2. You can see that there's a smooth reflector, and on the right hand side we have the UV. So for UV we go ahead and do that, and then we have the UV. I think we have two brightness. This is low and this is high. So let me get one of the lights off. Low, high. This is nice, and it's pretty bright because of the reflector. It's pretty bright, and it is pretty throwy. I'm keeping my hands away. You can see it is pretty throwy. This also has some sort of heat coming out. I can feel that. All right, so I'm gonna enjoy this. This is so nice, though it's slightly on the bigger side, probably slightly smaller than the TS23, but it's a flat style and has a huge battery, which is a 5000 milliamp battery. so it's going to last you a very long time. All right, so let's go outside and see the beam. All right, so today we have Wurkkos HD02, and this is one hell of a piece. So let's start with the UV. So it does have a UV light. I'm not sure if it is able to capture, but it is. So we have two brightness to it. One is this, and the second one is this. And then we have a green laser, and you can see it is reaching quite a distance. If I point it to this particular tree, you can see that, and it is almost reaching the end of the park. Now we have this spot beam. So this is the moonlight mode. If I press and hold, it ramps up, and when it reaches the end of the brightness or the top of the brightness, it gives you a blink, and if you press and hold, it goes back to the lowest mode and gives you a small blink. So if I double press, it directly goes to the highest mode, and it has a smooth ramping, if you notice. So this is the lowest mode. You can barely see it on the ground. Now if I double press, it doesn't blow immediately the highest mode. It takes probably a couple of seconds, not seconds, probably a millisecond to ramp it up so that you don't blast your eye. So you can see it reaches the tree very well. If I walk, you can see how nice the beam pattern is. So it has a very good hot spot and has a decent spill to it. So which gives you a very nice peripheral vision of what you can see. So if I double press, it goes to strobe. You can see the smooth ramping. And one more thing which I really like about this, it has two wings. So if I take it out, it's the lantern mode. So if you press and hold, it changes the brightness. Let me make it bright. If you press and hold and then press, it changes the color temperature. Now it's getting back to cool white. If I press and hold and do that, it goes to warm white. Now press and hold, it changes or ramps up the brightness. You can see it illuminates the ground very well. Now let me change the color to cool white. I'm sorry. So single press, brightness, press and hold, changes the color tone to warm, press and hold, changes the color tone to cool white. All right, so this is your Wurkkos HD02. Let's get back inside. All right, so you saw the beam shot uh, outside, and I was pretty amazed by the strength of this particular SFT 70.2. It's pretty bright and creates a very good hotspot and a spill, and it is very usable. And I think for many of us, this one light will do everything. This doesn't have a fancy RGB or something, which someone can find distracting, but this is pretty clean and has whatever you need. You have UV, you have laser, you have a good spot, and a little bit of flood with this spot, and then this amazing side lights which can change color from cool white to neutral white and then warm white. This is pretty fantastic. So if you like it, please leave a thumbs up. If you have any question related to the product, if you want to know or if you want to ask any sort of question before you make a purchase decision, please feel free to comment. I will definitely try to help you out. And please like and subscribe so that I can push out all new flashlights, which I am going to review pretty soon, because there are a lot of flashlights in the lineup. So thank you so much, and see you in the next one.